Hello everyone, this is Tracy from Inspired Chi, and I am bringing you a mid-cycle message. We have the new moon that just passed us last Saturday night. The energies are still here. It was a new moon in Pisces, a great time to set some new intentions and start new projects. Then we also have the spring equinox coming this weekend, this Saturday or Sunday. And the energy of that spring and renewal and hope and being able to go back to projects that maybe we let fall to the wayside over this very difficult winter. And I also had noticed there's something in the air last week. I didn't even feel good about bringing you your reading at that point. Just kind of like volatile energy, some hostile energy. I do feel like that has lightened up, but if you did experience that, I would love to know how it manifested in your world. Anyway, we do have some better energies to work with now, and the decks that we're going to be using, I have a little bit of different setup, so bear with me here. We have the Wisdom of Avalon cards, the Archetype cards, and the Message from the Guides cards. So we're going to do 3 of those, or each of, you'll each get one each of those cards, and then I'm going to do a little bit more clarification with the tarot. So if you haven't chosen your pile yet, if you want to just kind of hone in on the energies, or if you've not done this before, you're going to kind of want to see where you're being pulled. The thumbnail on this video has a photo of this, or just whatever direction you're feeling. And then that will be the corresponding video with the Wisdom of Avalon being 1, the Archetype cards being 2, and Message from the Guides being 3. Hello, ones. So from the Wisdom of Avalon card, you're getting an energy of joy. There's a lot of green right there, so I feel like it's definitely an earth energy, and it's sitting right into your heart space. So if that hasn't been the energy you've been in lately, that's definitely a nod to let some joy into your world. You also are getting from the spirit messages, learn from your mistakes. So I guess we'll see as we get into your reading a little bit, but it's either acknowledging the end of some cycles or not, or being in danger of going into a pattern from your past. So the cards that I have here, the Archetype cards, I'm pulling because either it's an energy very close to you that's affecting your energy, or it's your own energy. So when you think of this, I want you to be very honest with yourself. So the card that you're getting there is Damsel. Some of the good parts of that is understanding the nature of healthy romance. It inspires you to rely on yourself. Some of the more negative issues could be somebody who's waiting for a knight to provide for you seductions by romantic illusion. So I get a lot of energy of the victim. I don't get the energy that this is you. But I do feel like maybe there's somebody around you that is always waiting to be saved and maybe taking up a little bit more attention than you would like, or a little bit more of your time than you would like. They may be pulling attention away from somebody very important to you. Okay. And there's just an overall lack of balance here. So one of the messages that we're getting here is the Eight of Swords. Now we have this as your instrumental energy, and it is in reverse, which is a better place for it to be, because in the upright, we're talking about being kind of trapped in your mind, feeling like you're imprisoned in a situation. And if you look closely at this card, while she is surrounded by swords, her hands are tied, she's blindfolded, she's actually footloose. So if she wanted to get up and walk away, she could. A lot of these are energies coming into her mind, fears, anxieties, patterns, okay? But because it's reversed for you, it kind of shows that you're coming out of that energy, like a difficult mind resolved. So that is really, if you have been having an issue, I do feel like the resolution to that will be coming to you soon. Recent energy, we're getting Temperance card in the reverse. Upright, this could be not accepting the good and the bad, right? The good qualities that you have, and the not acknowledging maybe some of the things that need to be worked on, okay? This may have come up if you were recently triggered. Always look at why you're triggered. Sometimes it has more to do with you than the other person, but this is just not an acknowledgement, okay? So this is in reverse. This isn't acknowledging the need for balance, okay, or the need for moderation more than balance. have the Ace of Swords reversed. This is in the recent past. And if this was upright, this would be a clarified mind. Okay, it would be a new idea. It would be a new beginning. But because we do have it in the reverse, it could be something that was put on hold or something that you just couldn't get clarity about. Okay, it could be that person that we talked about, that damsel energy. It could be that you were experiencing that energy in your own life. Okay, it doesn't have to be gender specific. It's an energy of just waiting for someone to come and save you, right? Instead of saving yourself. Or in the reverse, maybe saving too many people instead of focusing on your own stuff. Eight of Pentacles, when it is in the upright, speaks about effort and study and putting the work in, okay? But there's some kind of blockage here that has you having that in the reverse, which means either there's a lack of effort being put in or just a lack of desire. It could just be a lack of energy. I mean, there has been such reduction in energy and volatile energies. Plus, we're just at the end of a really tough year. So it's hard for a lot of people. There's been a lot of highlights with some mental health issues lately that are being experienced across the board, even from people who've never experienced it before. So I get a little bit of that from this as well. Coming into the present energy, we do have the card of the Sun, which interestingly enough is what the background is here. But the card of the Sun, this speaks to the energy coming in to you now. Okay, positive expectations. This is a Leo card. Okay, so letting the sun shine bright, feeling the joy, and expecting positive outcomes. Okay, so we're moving into this energy. So if things have been difficult, I just want you to chin up because you have some positive energies working through. There's been a major change. Okay, so we have the card, the Death card here. So there's been an acknowledgement that there needs to be some significant changes and transformations in your life. And it may appear that you've begun that. If we're talking about this as a present energy, right? You would kind of make that intention known. We just had a new moon. It might be a good time for a new intention of just creating something new for yourself or letting things that no longer serve you just die. Let them fall to the wayside there. Because it's coming right after the Sun. It's saying, okay, it's time to expect positive things and go into your transformation, go into that change. Leave the things behind that no longer serve you. And that's a pretty major card. Major arcana, the first 22 of the tarot, are usually always from the universe, okay? Because it's timely, because it's part of your path. Versus the other cards, which are important, are more detailed cards. Which leads to the Tower, and we have this upside down, right? So right side up. Sudden, unexpected change or upheaval, okay? In its most negative and scary senses. But in its most positive senses, we're talking about a breakthrough. And it seems with this Death card, and it seems with this positive expectation of the Sun, that there is a major breakthrough and a major shift. It looks like the present energy that you're going into, if you're not there yet, is life-changing energy. It is something that you're breaking an old mold. You're going out of your comfort zone to make some real changes in your life. So the fact that you have the learn from your mistakes here is showing me that you do have a major cycle that's coming to an end to open things up for a different you going into the next level of your life. Now, because this was upside down, the energy is being blocked. You know, just know that if something happens at this point in time to shake things up majorly and unexpected, it's because the foundation wasn't there. And it's kind of blowing up to create space so you could build something more aligned to you with a better foundation. Okay, so if things kind of literally blow up for you in a negative way or something that kind of feels overwhelming, just know that it was because you wouldn't do it yourself. You'll have more breakthrough if you kind of go and take the reins and do it yourself. But if you kind of wait for it to happen upon you, it can be quite shocking and disturbing. But going on to the next card, it's the Knight of Cups, okay? So an offer of romance. This doesn't have to be romantic for everyone, okay? This could be an offer, maybe like a job offer or an offer for a new position in like some volunteer work or something you'd be really excited about. Because this is just a little bit more of something that's going to get you excited, okay? Make you feel sought after. Whether, again, that's romantically or otherwise, you do have an offer coming in. So if you are feeling like, oh God, this thing's coming and what's coming after that, you do have some good energy coming right after that, because the card of the World follows that, and that's the end of a major cycle. Again, if it was something that you weren't willing to do yourself, it may come as a shock. But if it's something that you're arranging of your own accord, I think that you're going to be really happy to know that you are ending an old cycle, okay? And you do have big blessings coming your way. There is a need to take some action, okay? So it kind of feels, for some of you, it may seem as though it's damage control, but it is leading you to a better space and place. This King of Swords energy is somebody who has to get up and take action, and kind of represents maybe the boss. This could be a promotion. You could get being offered a promotion to a higher level, where you kind of have to not be emotional, right? Have to look at things very logically. And that's an energy that's coming in, okay? It could have been a very tumultuous couple of months, if not year. I don't know if you can get that to focus in a little bit. And it could be because of this energy. Again, this could be something that you have experienced within your own self, or somebody around you that shook things up a little bit. I do feel like it may be related. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that made some sense to you all. And have a very happy moon cycle and spring equinox.